Now let's see a brief overview on how a long butterfly strategy works and some of the key parameters related to this. Long butterfly strategy is a combination of four options. In this you are going to have two buy positions and two sell positions. In this you are going to buy one in the money option and you are going to sell two at the money option and you are going to buy one out of the money option. See, this is the normal way to construct. But some people what they also try to do is rather than going this way, they will try to buy one at the money buy position and they will sell two options little out of the money sell positions and one more further out of the money option they are going to buy. How exactly it will work, what kind of strike prices distance need to be maintained, that I will explain when I am going to take an example. Then I will show you exactly what is the way you need to construct this strategy. And one more thing you need to understand is this strategy can be formed using call options alone or you can also form using only put options alone. That means you can have a long call butterfly. In this case, when you talk a long call butterfly, you are going to buy one in the money option, two at the money option sell position, and one out of the money option buy position again. So that option will be call option. Similarly, you can construct with the put options also. If you observe here, I have mentioned multiple times long. What is the long call butterfly and what could be the other way around? See, generally, the standard butterfly strategies of the long butterfly strategy, which I have written here. Some people they can also try to go for a short butterfly strategy. What is the short butterfly strategy? You are going to do reverse. That means you are going to sell this position here. You are going to sell this. That is one in the money option sell, and you are going to buy two at the money options, and again you will sell one out of the money. So then in this scenario, this strategy is nothing but a short option strategy. So we are having a long butterfly strategy, which I already mentioned. If you do opposite, you will go for a short butterfly strategy. Once you understand the strategy and the risk and reward, then you will understand why the short butterfly strategy is used very, very rarely and what is the advantage in case if you want to go for a long butterfly strategy. That you will understand exactly when you see the numbers. That will help you in this aspect. Also, when you see this strategy, once you see some numbers, some premiums, you will understand generally this strategy will form for a little debit. And if you see the risk wise, it will be very limited because we have a complete covered position, two buy positions, two sell positions. So it's a very limited risk scenario. At the same point of time, your reward also limited because it is a range bound strategy or your boundaries are defined either upward or downward. It is already defined. One of the key aspects which you need to understand is the reward to risk is very, very favorable. In fact, it will be sometimes even like a 20 is to 1 or 10 is to 1, depending on your construct how you are doing. So the reward to risk will be very, very good generally in case of the long butterfly strategy. But we are going for a debit in this scenario. And one more thing you need to understand is even though the reward to risk is very high, very favorable, it comes at a cost of being a low probable strategy. The probability of success will be very, very low in case of the long butterfly because of the simple reason when you can make profit in this case, in case if it closes within a very, very range bound in the expected direction. That means, suppose if you are doing this strategy with the call options, it need to be little bit above from where you are entering the position. Depending on the strike price, I can tell exactly how far it need to go. But generally, the movement should not be the movement should not be more than the width between the buy and sell position. So the room for movement is very, very less. That's why the probability of success is quite low. But when you get a full profit or when you get a good profit, it will be much better than what you are losing. Compared to a long butterfly, the modified versions of butterfly, that is the broken wing butterfly that is used more commonly. Once you understand the strategy behind this, automatically you can understand the broken wing butterfly very easily at the later stage, which is a very, very a good strategy. It can have a very good reward to risk. You can even increase your probability of success depending on how you choose the strike price. So these are some of the basics you need to understand about long butterfly strategy. So generally I will call this strategy as a butterfly strategy. That means automatically by default a butterfly strategy you need to assume as a long butterfly strategy because that is the most commonly used strategy.